And welcome back, everybody, to Monday Nitro, WCW's premiere broadcast. I am the JamSaw, and as always on the broadcast with me, Brock Redhead. How you doing tonight, Brock?
Fantastic. We're on the road to Midsummer Mayhem, and I'm very excited to see what both brands going to be doing within the next 2 weeks.
Oh, me too. I mean, it's still kind of up in the air with all the matches leading up to the pay-per-view, exactly what we're going to see on the card. But I can tell you one thing tonight. We've got some fantastic action, and we'll also be starting things off with a word from Kevin Owens. I hear that Kevin Owens had something he wanted to get off his chest. Wasn't super happy about his match with Samoa Joe last week, and I think he has some things to say about that. But other than that as well, remember we have our World Heavyweight title match scheduled as our main event, where we'll see Adam Cole against Sting.
Awesome. Yeah, we know that KO came off the match as a big loss. We know that he didn't do so hot with his partner Joe. You know, Kevin is a good man in singles and good in tag. So, I mean, I'm hoping he doesn't burn any bridges here tonight. But we know his temper, and we know that he says whatever he wants to.
Well, he definitely speaks his mind. He's not afraid to do so either. And, I mean, he did have a fantastic match with Joe. I mean, unfortunately, they didn't win, but we saw a lot of potential, a lot of good tagging in and out, a good vibe between the two of them that could one day get them those titles that they've failed to achieve twice now.
Yes.
So definitely wants to clear the air with Samoa Joe and maybe discuss what happened last night or last week.
Like I said, I'm hoping he doesn't burn any bridges with this pipe bomb he's about to let off.
Well,
right
Joe's not shy. He's on his way out to the ring to face Kevin Owens and maybe air out his own grievances. Now, you gotta admit, it has been a pretty crap luck for them. First of all, having that disastrous steel cage match that could have gone a lot better. They were disqualified once or counted out once against the title holders, and then last week, again, had a title shot and weren't able to quite achieve it.
Correct. So, you know, they might blame each other, which, you know, I don't blame them, you know.
No, for sure. I mean, when you get put in that same position over and over again and the results never change, I mean, you got to admit, at one point you got to think the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
Yep. It looks like he wants to take care of this. Yeah.
So Kevin definitely not thinking Samoa Joe's performance has been enough to keep their partnership working in a forward direction, lacking a bit of momentum.
Yet we see where the blame is placed on KO's part.
Ooh, and Samoa Joe taking credit for at least the better part of their partnership.
Yep. So now we know where Joe sees the fault is.
Each one believes the other to be the weakest link.
And that's never good.
Well, at least it looks like he's not no hard feelings from Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
Yeah. It seems more like Joe's the one burning bridges. Kevin Owens still trying to leave on a high note.
Seems like with KO, there's that one part of him that wants this to be worked out. Oh no. Oh no. Don't do anything stupid, guys. Oh. He's washing
Taking
his hands
the
off
dirt
him.
away. Yeah.
Oh no.
Wiping the chip off his shoulder.
Oh God. Short and sweet too.
So an era ends, so another can begin. We will see next week Samoa Joe versus Kevin Owens. The winner will be placed into the World Heavyweight Division, and the loser in the mid-card title picture.
I mean, they both would be good in both divisions, so I can't really pick who I want to go to where.
I mean, I think they're both main eventers. They could both go for the main title, but I believe the GM, The Rock, would like to see these two separated for a little while, working on their own individual goals, going for their own individual titles, and who knows, maybe at one point they will cross paths again.
Yes.
So up first, we have the challenger for the 24/7 champion, as announced last week, Daniel Bryan. Will be facing The Miz for the title.
It's a Falls Count Anywhere match. It is for the Hardcore.
Yep, we know that Miz pulled up the biggest upset in
definitely
possible 24/7 history when he vanquished and beheaded the Viper. But
indeed.
it's easy to win the title, but it's hard to keep it. So, I've given respect to Daniel in the past. I've said that I've respected him, but I honestly don't think the Miz is the caliber that can defend it properly against a man with the repertoire of Daniel Bryan.
No, I agree. And don't forget, there is some leftover heat between Daniel Bryan and The Miz from their previous promotion. I mean,
Yep.
The stuff that The Miz said to Daniel and the stuff that Daniel said to The Miz, that's not stuff that's easily swept under the rug. And the fact that they were on two different shows, I'm sure neither of them thought they would be facing each other anytime soon. And, of course, just due to the masterminding of our individual GMs, came up with the perfect opportunity to give the people what they want, a rubber match between The Miz and Daniel Bryan.
Yes, it was for a different belt back in the day, but it's the same golds, same match. The Miz, I feel like he's got more to prove than Daniel does. Daniel's past has proven that he's always been worthy of a world title match, a mid-card match, and also a tag match. But I don't know. The Miz has always been a mid-card champion, in my opinion.
Well, The Miz did win the WWE Championship at one point against John Cena.
He did. But during that era, it was the three biggest champs were Cena and Edge. They were the two biggest guys, and
True.
And the Miz was a world champ, yes, but he wasn't among the caliber of the big boys. So I hope him beating Randy to get this belt doesn't go to his head. That is, I guess, what I'm trying to say, is that he knows his worth. I hope he's not trying to reach for more than he can handle.
Well, exactly. And I hope he hasn't let his victory over Randy go to his head and disregard Daniel Bryan.
Correct. Because Daniel is a man that, if you mistakenly sleep on him, then he will make you regret it.
Exactly. You can never underestimate the power of the yes movement.
Nope, you cannot.
Introducing the challenger from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in at 210 pounds.
I mean, the man looks good, though.
Yep. Also, fun fact, Aberdeen, Washington is also the home of the grunge rocker Kurt Cobain.
Oh, Lord. Kurt Cobain.
Indeed. I like me some good old Nirvana.
Yes. See, look at that. Miz just showing. You can't do that. Be humble. Don't.
Yeah, but I
pander to
don't think Miz knows the meaning of the word humble.
No. See, the man knows his worth. Like I said, he knows his worth, and he doesn't respect nothing less. And here we go.
And a quick lockup.
Yep.
Looks like Miz going for...
representing the ECW and Daniel Bryan representing WCW.
Indeed. And Miz letting go of the hold. Daniel Bryan, quick kick to the gut and going for another test of strength, looks like.
Miz pushes him away. All right, come on.
Got to get him off the ropes.
Separate him. Oh,
a
Jesus.
cheeky punch. Daniel Bryan not letting up.
Nope.
Pushing Miz to the ropes.
Tossing the Miz.
Oh, and a kitchen sink taking him down and going for a quick pin.
Nope, that won't be it. Nope, there
Not
you go.
yet.
There you go.
No, not enough damage done to the Miz for that to be an effective way to end a match.
Ooh, there you go. Nice.
Yeah, Dragon Screw from the Miz, putting Daniel Bryan on the ground, slamming his head into the mat with the force of a jackhammer.
Yes. Picks him up. Come on.
Big drop kick.
Nice.
Daniel Bryan back down on the mat, not sure where he is.
Ooh.
Takedown by the Miz, going for some sort of submission choke. Daniel rolling out of that with ease.
There you go, going with the nurse submission.
Yeah, going for an abdominal stretch. Daniel reverses out of that too, because he is a submission expert. I don't know why Miz thinks he can make Daniel Bryan tap. Or at least work on the legs, because the figure four is your specialty.
Ooh, nice drop kick.
Oh.
Ooh, there you go, nice attack in the arm.
Definitely between the leg and the head is the only way he can get his label lock in place and win the match.
Yep. That's if he can win the match.
Indeed.
Ooh! Kick to the back of the head.
The Miz quickly gets up and clothesline to Daniel. Daniel also kicks up. Miz locking up Bryan's arm again, putting him to his knees, but Bryan breaking out of that with some quick punches to the gut.
There you go. Nice
Miz
clothesline.
taking a big clubbing clothesline reminiscent of the JBL.
Yep.
But Miz taking too long, complaining about missing the pin. Daniel Bryan almost got the drop on him. Busy showboating for the crowd again, giving Bryan the opportunity to slip in. And a dragon screw of his own.
That's what happens.
But Miz smartly rolls out that ring awareness.
Daniel Bryan just staying on top of him.
Yep, Daniel like a pit bull, not willing to let go of his chew toy.
Nope. Like I said, he knows his place, and he can't sleep on Daniel Bryan. And so far, he's not impressing me right now. He's not impressing me in defending it. He's getting a little cocky.
Yeah, taking Miz to the ropes, tossing him back to the outside, where I think Bryan thinks maybe he can do a little bit more damage on the concrete and perhaps even pitch him into the stairs.
Yep.
Big punch.
Ooh, nice.
Miz smacking his head on the steel steps. Pitching him back in the ring, but Daniel Bryan knows he's got to win this. Well, no, it's a false count anywhere. He could pin outside the ring.
He could.
So I guess it's a question more of respect. He respects the title too much to not win it in the ring.
I mean, with this win, if Daniel Bryan does in fact win it, then he can bring so much prestige and honor with his backgrounds and everything. Well,
definitely more honor, but I mean, even Miz holding on to it, he has his own level of prestige. He was, in my opinion, one of the greatest Intercontinental Champions of all time.
Correct. I mean, they both were underrated. Like I know I said that he wasn't at the caliber that John Cena and Edge was, but I feel like he was a very underrated world champion. He could have done great. Like if he put as much effort into his world title run that he did his IC title runs, then he could have been a great world champion.
I agree. Now Daniel Bryan going for his own cover on the outside, but the Miz kicking easily out of that one too. He barely looks winded at this point.
Correct. I mean, they both know how to pace themselves into the steel steps.
Yeah, they definitely have a lot of practice with that.
Yep. Whoop.
Bryan just rolling him around out there. Another toss down the alleyway.
Trying to wear him down. He's trying to cut down the stamina. There you go.
Now getting him back into the ring. Get him back out the ring.
Come on, Miz. Oh, Jesus.
Daniel Bryan definitely knowing how to work his opponent, make him exhausted, getting him in and out of the ring.
Yes, sir.
Certain amount of psychological warfare there.
Ooh. Oh. Working on that heel hook. There you go. Oh, no.
And the Miz tapping out to a leg lock.
No. So the Miz cannot try and challenge for the longest reigning title run. It is currently still held by Drew McIntyre.
Indeed. Drew McIntyre with 3 wins is the longest reigning 24/7 champion. Daniel Bryan now has the opportunity to surpass that record with his first win over the I have to say previous champion now, The Miz.
Yep. Now, we had a backup for if this happened. We're gonna let it be a surprise on who Daniel Bryan faces, but it's a man who, we hope he brings it home. We hope he brings it home safe. That's what we're hoping. The Miz went in, couldn't get the job done, so we're hoping this man does.
Well, I mean, I have to be biased and hope that he doesn't, so that the gold can stay with WCW. But I do look forward to seeing who you guys put up to the plate next. And keep in mind, too, Daniel Bryan, one of the newest signees, has been with WCW for only 3 weeks, and this is his first major win.
Yes. Now, what people at home might not know is we do value the ladder of titles. If you lose, you go at the back. You got to work your way up. But the 24/7 title is always picked at random. You don't have to work for it. But if you're given the opportunity, we expect you to go in with a full heart.
Exactly. So up next, we have a classic tag team of Lita and Trish Stratus against a newly formed tag team of Mickie James and Sasha Banks.
Oh, wow.
Now, it'll be interesting to see how well Trish has been doing. The last time we saw her, she was in pretty bad shape.
Yes. Trish is a legend. So is Lita, and so is Mickie. So, I hate to say it, but I feel like Sasha has a bigger chip on her shoulder when it comes to this match.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure she does. I mean, as much as she respects the women that came before her, she truly believes that she and the Four Horsewomen of the WWE are the bringers of women's revolution, but they would never even have gotten the opportunity if it hadn't been for their forefathers, or foremothers in this case, of Lita, Trish, and even Mickie James.
The list goes past it too. You know, you got Stacy Keibler, you know, Chris Hemming, you know, China, Tori Wilson, you know, but you know, Sasha is coming into Sasha came into the NXT. I idolized the smaller guys like Eddie, and that's what helped her push. And I feel like that's what gives her the opportunity to stay in this match. You know, I'm not a fan of her, but yeah, you gotta respect her hustle.
Definitely. Not to mention the fact that she is related to Snoop Dogg, so she can't be all that bad.
Oh, or Snoop Doggy Dog. So, I know you're trying not to be biased about this, but you know, who are you pulling for in this?
Well, I gotta go with Lita and Trish, because to me, their feud and friendship is a real core to what made me solidified me as a wrestling fan back in the 90s, early 2000s. So I really hope for that. But I mean, I love Mickie too. I would love to see her win as well, and even Sasha Banks. She's very talented. So it's a tough call to say who I think should win. Who I want to, from my personal feelings, is Trish and Lita. Yep. Just because I'd love to see them come back and really bring the legends back to live action wrestling.
Now we know Mickie is not your newest draftee, but she's one of your newer draftees, and we know that she signed because she wanted to have one last run with Trish.
And she's had a couple of matches one-on-one with Trish where she's dominated, and the GM thought that this would just be an interesting opportunity to see what would happen in a tag team situation. Because, I mean, Trish versus Lita, then there was Trish versus Mickie, and then there was Trish versus Mickie with managers of Sasha Banks and Lita, and now seeing it as a tag team. I mean, the only thing you could go up next is to have maybe a Hell in a Cell match between the two to really completely tell that story. And if Mickie wins that, then it's a no contest.
Yep. And
if that happens, it might be time for Mickie to move on. I mean, she might be available post pay-per-view. We'll have to wait and see.
Yep. Ooh, there we go. Nice drop kick from Trish.
Yeah, Trish coming out strong out of the gate.
Ooh.
And then makes a mistake, flapjack to the ground. Mickie looking to work the leg.
Ooh, yep.
Trish.
Gotcha. Picks her up. Scoop slam. Nope, never mind. Sorry, my bad.
Gonna try to tie her up on the ropes. No, okay.
Nope,
smack her against the turnbuckles and toss her away and bring in the fresh Sasha Banks. So far, the chemistry,
Sasha.
the tag chemistry between Sasha and Mickie is palpable.
Now, if you were to compare Sasha to an early 2000s diva, then who would it be?
I don't think I could. I don't think there was a character that was quite like her. I guess Mickie is the closest.
But really nobody that comes to mind?
No, not a female superstar, although like I do see a lot of Eddie Guerrero in her because that is part of her inspiration, but a diva from the 90s that I can think of, not especially. I mean, with the hair color, maybe a little bit Lita, but with not with her outfit and everything and her attitude, right. And that's really just her. You know, that's this generation's diva-esque. Yeah.
Yep. There you go. Come on,
at least it's not a Vicky Guerrero. Excuse me.
Oh my lord! No Vicky. We don't want no Vicky. Ooh, there you go.
Now Lita in the match against Mickie. Mickie tying her up, dropping her on her head.
So what would this match do for Sasha with a win?
Well, I mean, being in the ring with 3 legends and getting the win would be huge. I mean, just being in this match alone already is huge for Sasha.
Yeah.
But I mean, to take away the win when you're up against specifically 2 superstars like Lita and Trish, I mean, that's a dream match for Sasha.
Yeah. Ooh, there you go.
It looked like Trish was trying to get Lita's attention for a hot tag, but Mickie not letting up. Again, neck breaker, bringing Lita crashing to the mat and smartly tagging in Sasha Banks.
With that tag, yeah, they're very smart with it.
They're a much more cohesive team than Trish and Lita seem to be at this moment.
Yes. Oh, is that a knee?
A knee to the face. Almost a Kinshasa.
Oh.
Lita smartly rolling out of the ring, trying to... Oh, maybe not so smart, because Banks diving, doing a holy diver out of the ring, knocking Trish to the concrete.
But Lita's just looking at it like it's nothing, though. She got up and she's doing damage.
She's extreme, man. There's no doubt about it.
Oh. Hitting up.
Big slamming Lita's head to the concrete again. Gonna take her to the steps.
Yep.
We're getting close. We got a 7 count so far. You got to get back in the ring.
Oh God, get in there! No! Get in there! Get in there! What was that?
8 count.
Oh God! Come on! Get in the ring! Get in the ring! Oh, Sasha's pulling that. Okay. I mean,
and Sasha, you do it like I said, Eddie Guerrero, right there.
Yep, like she's yep.
It didn't matter how she won, as long as she won.
Well, she pulled it off though. You know,
yeah, she did follow the rules. I mean,
Here are your winners.
Can't falter that.
Nope. She got the W.
And again, like we said, a really fantastic pairing, seeing these two together. I mean, we had put, who did we put against your team in the last pay-per-view? Did we put Lita and Mickie versus,
No, I think it was, oh my Lord. We'll have to go back.
My notes.
Yeah, we'll have to go back to our notes. I was about to bring up.
Yeah, it was. It was Trish and Mickie versus Basie and Lacey. If I had gone with like Mickie and Sasha, that might have been an entirely different story, man. We might be holding those women's championships now.
I mean, hey, in 2 weeks we might find out.
You never know. You never know.
But I was just about to bring up Shin. Like, so what is the update on Finn Balor and Shinsuke's status?
I mean, there's still a heated rivalry between the two of them, but honestly, because of last week's match, Ricochet became the number 1 contender, so Finn had to step back and allow Ricochet the opportunity to face Shin. Now, tonight is not a title match because we already had 2 title matches and we didn't want to overstimulate the crowd. But it is more or less just a test for Ricochet to see if he's mentally and physically prepared to face Shinsuke Nakamura for the title.
Okay, I like it.
I mean, he definitely looks in great shape. All those rope rebounds and flips, he looks like he's ready to go.
See, I've always gotten the feeling that he's a better Sin Cara.
Well, I mean, it's easier to be a better Sin Cara when you don't have to wear a mask. You know?
Yeah, true.
Doesn't hinder your vision as much.
Poor guy. Another guy that the ECW is speaking to about a far future reappearance is a man we feel that was misused, and he could have been a great mid-card champion. Was Evan Bourne? Do you
he's Matt Sydal now, right? Yeah, I think he's Matt Sydal on the Indies now.
Yep. You know, but you know, that's in the far future. We'll eventually find out. But right now we're focused on the man right here, artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura.
Well, I mean, I think Matt Sydal and Rob Van Dam would make a pretty good tag team. They both have that high flyer, devil may care kind of style. They both like to smoke weed. It's their natural pair.
So how does Shin feel jumping from Japan to the WWE to the WCW?
Well, to be honest with you, when we spoke to him, and it could have just been the translator bullshitting us, but the translator let us know that he, when he was younger, wanted to wrestle for WCW, and if he had had the opportunity, if we had been an open promotion back then, we might have actually been able to sign him. I mean, of course, I didn't really discuss salary or anything, but he was such a big fan of WCW. Out of all North American productions, he would have preferred wrestling there than for the actual WWE. I mean,
right.
He seemed to see that there was a lot of open creativity, maybe a little too much open creativity sometimes, but it was definitely the more fun, wilder place to be than the structured, you know, very overly creatively inputted vitriol that unfortunately the WWE has mostly put out lately.
Oh, nice super kick.
And a big flip, knocking the wind out of Shinsuke. I mean, I think Shinsuke may have underestimated Ricochet.
Cutter. Jesus, it looks like Rick knows what he has to do.
Oh, and a big Pele kick, bringing Shin down again to the corner. Looking like he's a bit out of it. Sami Zayn getting involved, distracting Ricochet.
I was about to say, Sammy has not been in his been in the corner for a little bit now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, some of the matches, like the Shin's past few matches, were all either like in a cage or a ladder match, and so managers were not allowed to ringside.
Now, do you think Sammy, besides being a distraction, do you think that Sammy is a threat to Ricochet?
Well, indirectly, yes. Just because like he could interfere at the wrong time and distract the ref when Ricochet has Shinsuke in a pin, something like that. I don't think he's really much of a physical threat, but he is very much a presence threat. I mean, keep in mind, Zayn cannot touch Ricochet. Zayn is not an employee of WCW.
Right. Not yet.
Not yet. Although Kevin Owens being here and Shinsuke, like two of his good buddies.
Yep.
Ricochet not willing to stay down for long, that's for sure.
Oh, correct. Nice.
Big punch laying out Shin. Huge kick misses and reversed by Shinsuke, kicking Ricochet in the gut. Ricochet looking totally out of it. Again, dropping that foot right on the gut of Ricochet, going for a quick pin.
That's a 2. Nope, not even a 2.
Ricochet not even letting it get to 2. It was maybe a 1.5, and quickly evading Shinsuke by jumping out of the ring, hopping over the ring, the rope to get back in, and looking like an F5. No. Huge kick to Shinsuke's head, dropping him to the ground, and going for the pin. Not quite enough to get it done.
I got a 2 count. It's more than what Shin got.
Indeed.
Ooh.
Clubbing him on the back, drag him to the ropes.
Clothesline him.
Clotheslining him out. Maybe he's going to go for a suicide dive.
Suicida.
Over the rope, corkscrew. bringing Shinsuke down to the concrete. Everybody chanting, "This is awesome."
Obviously it is. That's all we get from the WCW.
These two definitely stealing the show so far.
Ooh. Those steel steps play a major part in every single match in both of our brands.
Exactly.
Oh, come on, don't pull a Sasha.
No,
Yeah,
Shinsuke going,
okay,
I'm not going to win that way. At least not yet.
Nope.
I want to hurt my opponent some more first. Ricochet, not letting that happen, fights back with a vengeance.
So will this like, so we know that Ricochet is the number one contender. What would a loss mean for Ricochet within his mentality?
Well, I think it might make him think that he's maybe not quite ready for this title shot. If you face the person that you're supposed to be facing and lose, you have to ask yourself, do I actually have what it takes to actually beat them?
Right.
So I think shaking his confidence would put him into a negative mental space for when he does actually challenge for the title, which will either happen next week or at Midsummer Mayhem.
Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait for that match.
So what are the Shinsuke's face?
So what are the secured matches for the pay-per-view so far?
Well, so far the only one for sure that's secured is the women's tag team match, and it's just a question of if we're going to put up Mickie and Sasha, or if we were going to put up Beth and Natalya.
Right. Oh no. Oh God. Artist doing what he does best.
Indeed. Putting Ricochet in his place, going to the middle rope, calling for Ricochet to stand up.
Oh no. Ricochet, watch out.
Kinshasa from the second rope.
How was that? No, Rick, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. 1, 2, no!
And 3. So this really is going to sink deeply into the psyche of Ricochet in the next week or so. And he's going to have to train even harder and rebuild that confidence if he's going to be able to come back at Shinsuke and potentially win.
But what do you train hard though? Like you know you're worth it. Ricochet knows that he's worth it, but the fact that he's lacking something, like what do you train harder on?
Well, I mean, train harder on strong style. Maybe face someone else that is of a similar mindset, or maybe a one-on-one with Finn Balor, who's had a lot of big battles with Shinsuke and has gone toe-to-toe with him. Maybe beating someone like Balor one-on-one can rebuild his confidence, and that's what I think we're going to end up seeing next week. I think we're going to see Finn Balor against Ricochet to see if Ricochet can build his confidence back. If he can beat Balor, then he stands a better chance of being able to beat Shinsuke Nakamura. And then at the pay-per-view, we're going to make it official right now. At the pay-per-view, we shall see Shinsuke Nakamura against Ricochet for the Intercontinental Championship.
Now, see, that is a problem too, because Finn is a bigger threat too. I mean, Rick can't go from this loss saying, "Hey, I'm gonna fight Finn," and this will be a quick 1, 2, 3, because Finn will mess your day up so fast.
Oh yeah, I don't think he's expecting it to be an easy match. I'm pretty sure he'll see it as a challenge. But if he can face this challenge and succeed, then I don't see how he won't have at least a better mental state, a better confidence level going into his actual pay-per-view match.
Right, but also if he were to lose, like knock on wood, to Finn, like that'll knock your confidence down even
But it also
faster.
might make you desperate, and maybe sometimes some desperation is what you need to just pull one out of your sock.
Right? Yeah, true. That is what Finn did. He got down to that point and brought out the demon, and
exactly
won his world title. Now here we have one of the biggest old school style fighters is the Revival.
Exactly. Some of our newest recruits that we were very excited to be able to sign after they got out of their horrible, horrible contracts with the WWE, because we really wanted them to showcase tag team wrestling, like old school tag team wrestling. And we have some old school type tag teams like Gallows and Anderson, the Undisputed Era.
Yep. I very much agree on that, you know.
And then we have, of course, our controversial and very not part of the ordinary tag team champions, the Disciples of Darkness. They're,
you know,
I guess maybe you could see a little old school in there if you compare it to like Undertaker Kane, but
right. I
they
mean,
really are kind of their own thing.
Right, but you know, whenever I think about, you know, your guys' tag division, I always get in every single division that you guys have, the world, the mid, the tag, the women's division, the women's tag, you know, I always get old school vibes. But you know, every time I think about the DOD, I always think something is hanging on by like the last thin thread. Something's got to break eventually.
Indeed. And Carl Anderson taking the first move, the offensive against Scott Dawson. Working on that neck, but a reversal by Dawson. He knew what was happening and not willing to back down from a challenge. Hits back with the force of a wild horse.
Oh, I thought it was pedigree. I thought he was going for an old pedigree.
No, a sweet flip-up powerbomb, taking that Carl Anderson down a peg, tossing him to the corner.
What's he going to do?
I thought he was going to go avalanche, but it looks more like Snake Eyes.
Nope. Snake Eyes, yep. Ooh.
Oh, and Carl reversing out of it, giving a nice European uppercut to Scott and tagging in his partner again. Great awareness, great tag team. That is what you need to do. Try to keep the fresh guy in. Luke rolling out, a little bit wonky in the head, but still aware enough to drop Scott Dawson with a huge clothesline. But Scott fighting back with some good old punches.
Yep.
Gallows wasting time showboating again, but still plants his opponent back down with a big kick to the back. Just rolling him down the lane. Going back into the ring at a 4 count. So large a man, Luke Gallows, he actually steps over the ropes and not between them.
Oh, nice.
Yep, some Lutha's press. Wrenching that neck.
Nice.
Wow.
No,
Scott
not today.
Fast like a ninja getting out of it.
Yep.
Oh, smack to the ring post, getting up to a 6 count. You got to get back in the ring.
No, wrong way. And he's like, nope, I'm going the right way.
And Gallows getting back into the ring, getting to an 8 count, but Gallows going, nah, not going to do this to a good old boy.
Nope. Never mean no harm.
Oh, dropping him on his face on the concrete. Dawson doesn't know where he is anymore. Dawson really needs to make a tag if he's going to survive this.
Ooh, into the steel steps.
Yeah, nice reversal by Dawson, putting a Gallows into the steps twice in a row. Back up to a 6 count, though, boys. You got to get back in the ring. Oh, flipping his face on the steps again. 8 count, Scott running back in the ring, but also, like him, showing enough respect to not take the count out. That is old school tag team, man.
Yep. This match just screams old school.
Working that arm on Gallows. I mean, if you take that arm out, it won't do as much damage when he tries to clothesline you.
Yep, correct. come on, get in. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Dawson's
Ooh.
still breaking up the count, wants to see an actual, real professional tag team matchup here tonight.
There you go. Oh, get back in that ring,
I mean,
boys.
like I said, that's one of the reasons why they signed with us. They really wanted to put on good old school tag team wrestling, and that's exactly what we're doing.
I mean, look at what the WWE was doing. You know, they were like the butt of all jokes. They were the itching powder. He was shaving you. They all were shaving each other's back. Like, come on.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the way the WWE is, right? You're Vince McMahon's little puppet. You do whatever makes him laugh. It's not about the fans. It's not about how things were. It's about the whims of a quickly going senile old man.
Yep.
It's unfortunate because, I mean, don't get me wrong, Vince is brilliant. Like the Attitude Era, Rock, even Cena, Edge, Rated R Superstar for years and years. And even recently, there are some great superstars and some great storylines, but the majority of it is such twaddle.
Yep.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about this fantastic tag team match. A nice double team maneuver by Gallows and Anderson.
Yep,
Anderson
great.
going in for the pin. Dash
No,
has
this can't
not
be it.
been
There you go.
Dash has not been damaged enough to really be taken out that quickly.
Oh no. There you go. Pick him up.
Ooh,
nice.
dropping Dash on the back of his neck.
Nice.
And taking him into the ropes or the corner. Oh, doesn't quite get the tag.
Nope.
Reversed by Dash. Dash is going to toss Anderson over into Dawson. Doesn't go for the tag. Pitches Anderson back over to Gallows. Gallows does the blind tag.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that.
Maybe that's what he wanted. Maybe he knows that Gallows has taken more damage and will be the easier to face opponent for the moment.
Oh yeah,
Very
true.
cerebral, man.
Oh.
Oh, and clubbing blow to the back of the head of Dawson. That might be it. Good night, Dawson.
Nice. Picking him up. What's he thinking? What's he thinking?
Gallows going for another double team maneuver with his... Nope, going for some punches instead.
I mean, the man's huge. The man can do some damage.
Yeah, huge foot choke in the corner. Dawson looking worse for the wear, but still jumping up like he's a spry youngin'.
Yep. Put him back into the corner.
Now
there
another double team from Gallows and Anderson. Big kick and drop.
Jesus.
Dawson not sure where he is, Dash not sure where he is. Dawson was calling for the tag, but unable to go through. Looks like a finishing maneuver from Carl Anderson, but
No, we're getting up.
Dawson gets right back up to his feet. No selling like a motherfucker.
Yep. Oh, he's going. What's he gonna do? What's
Going
he
for
gonna
the top rope.
Oh.
Huge maneuver from the top rope. If he was smart, he'd tag in his partner right now, but he's going back up to the top rope again. Gallows trying to call for the tag. Oh, dropping the leg on Anderson. Dash Wilder should go for the pin, but nope. Picking him up again. Oh, and that was the fatal mistake. He went for one move too many, Mr.
That would
Wilder.
have been it, though. That would have been it.
It would have, but now Luke Gallows is back in the ring. Huge clothesline, taking Wilder down to the mat again. I mean, that kid must not know where he is at this point. Huge backdrop. Man, he's so spry, keeps coming back.
Yeah, this is... I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, once again, you guys have proven... Again, I was not a fan of the Revival, but looking to this, like seeing this match here, Dash knows what he's doing.
Well, I mean, like a few weeks ago, too, keep in mind that Gallows and Anderson beat the Undisputed Era to become #1 contenders for the title after that last title match. And now with Owens and Joe out of... Whoa! A little bit of black magic looks like...
Boy! Are the DOD in the arena?
I guess perhaps, man.
Tell him to stop messing with the time frame.
I have no idea. But again, Anderson getting in and Dawson still taking him to the woodshed.
Nice.
So it doesn't really seem to matter that...
I think this is it.
No, Anderson's still in the great shape because Gallows is the one that's hurting the most. What Dawson should have done was try to keep Gallows in the ring, but instead he was busy showboating.
Yep. Oh, suplex.
Yep.
Nice.
Side stalling suplex, knocking him out, going to tag in his buddy Wilder. Because Wilder is getting pretty close to calling for a finisher, it looks like. He's got the crowd behind him, creeping slowly up. Anderson,
don't.
Anderson going to the corner, looking to maybe tag out, but nope. Wilder, atomic drop, knocks him in the corner. Blind tag to Gallows, which is the smart move. Gallows is in worse shape than Anderson, so this could work out to the Revival's favor. And if it does, it's due to their cerebral fortitude, man. They're real thinkers when it comes to tag team. And like I was saying before, right now, Gallows and Anderson are the #1 contenders. So if Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson beat them, this would make them the #1 contenders. Oh, just raking those eyes, smacking him in the face, working the arms some more. Dawson rolling his opponent out like a loaf of bread.
Well,
kicking the dirt in the face of his opponent. Showing the tiniest bit of disrespect. Oh, huge DDT.
Nice DDT.
Dawson should be going for the pin, or at least drag your opponent closer to your side of the ring. But again, showboating could be his downfall.
Yes. 100%.
Oh,
nice.
Huge clothesline by Dawson. Dash Wilder looking like he's exhausted over off to the side. Huge punch to the face, knocking down Gallows. Going for the submission. Texas Cloverleaf. Anderson not letting it stand. Breaks up the pin, or the submission.
Yep. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, Gallows with a big slam, but a kick in the face knocking him down.
Oh, Jesus.
Dawson looking to tag Wilder back into the match. Wilder getting a little bit more stamina back from his short rest, but he's still worse for the wear.
Oh, tossed just thrown over the ropes,
yeah, like a little rag doll thrown over the ropes. Oh. Calling for a 2 sweet. Dropping an elbow on Wilder outside on that concrete floor.
I mean, these both are the most exhausted from both their teams, though.
Yeah, I think so. Well, Gallows is in really rough shape, man.
Yep.
He's huffing and puffing like the big bad wolf against a brick wall.
And brick wall, that is the Revival.
Exactly. They built a wall and they're making Gallows pay for it.
Yep. Oh, come on. Stop throwing them out. Come on.
Well, I mean, it is a good tactic. It'll make Wilder even more tired. The in and out and in and out.
Yeah, true. But then that makes you that makes you tired too, because you got to go out and get them in and throw them back in.
True.
Ooh.
But Dawson doesn't let it distract him from going after Gallows. Ooh, taking out the vertical base, going for a quick pin on the Gallows. He gets a sneaky quick pin in because Gallows was in such rough shape, and Anderson just couldn't get there in time. If he'd been just 1 second faster, this match would still be going on. But it looks like the Revival's cerebral awareness, their wear and tear approach, has taken down the number one contenders, and now the Revival are your new number one contenders for the Tag Team Championships. So they will go up against the Disciples of Darkness on the upcoming pay-per-view.
I love it. I love it. This will be different. We've never, I don't want to say we've never seen the DOD face a team like the Revival, but I feel like the Revival is going to give them a different type of fight.
Indeed.
All right, so what do we got next?
So up next, AJ Styles has a little something to say. He wants to talk to the crowd. He hasn't been showcased quite as much as he would have liked on WCW recently, and he's hoping things might change, and quite possibly they will. I mean, once now that with whatever happens in the title picture, we have CM Punk as the number one contender to whoever wins tonight's match. But I mean, after that, who's the next to step up? Right now, the next in line is AJ Styles.
Ooh, okay, perfect.
So definitely one of the most cross-promotional superstars of all time, having wrestled in TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, WWE, and now WCW. Well, he's definitely not playing to the crowd.
Nope.
Looking a little selfish, but I guess you kind of have to be a little bit selfish and have a little bit of ego to become as decorated a superstar as AJ Styles.
Yeah, and plus you need to make a name for yourself. You can't just wait for the opportunity. You got to go get it.
Exactly. And I mean, like, up until now, he has established his name in all these other promotions. He has yet to do anything to really solidify his place as a top superstar here, but hopefully he'll be proving that over the next few weeks.
Yes. Yep. Ooh, he wants a match at the pay-per-view.
Yeah. Well, I wonder who would be facing him at the pay-per-view and for what stakes.
Wonder what The Rock's going to do.
Well, I'm hearing in my headset right now that The Rock is saying that there's going to be a surprise next week when AJ Styles will be confronting someone, and we will be revealing who AJ Styles will be facing at the pay-per-view.
Yes. Oh boy. Okay, I'm pumped. Oh, nice. Oh, I can't wait. So who do you hope it will be?
Well, I don't want to say anything because I kind of have a feeling I know who the GM is going to pick, and I don't want to spoil it or ruin it if I'm wrong.
Okay. Oh, ooh.
Yeah. Up next is our main event where we'll be seeing Sting with DDP in his corner as a manager against Adam Cole, who will have all of Undisputed Era in his corner.
Awesome.
It's a match that is decades in the making, and that's only because Adam Cole needed time to grow up.
Yep.
But it'll be interesting to see how the old school versus the new school fare in this WCW main event.
I mean, Sting's coming in here with a long list of accomplishments. He doesn't need to prove himself. I feel like Cole is the one that needs to prove himself to Sting.
Well, yes and no. You got to think that Sting's got a bit of ring rust too. He's been out of it for many, many years, and Adam Cole's been consistently wrestling recently and consistently winning.
Yeah, true. Also, Sting comes from, he comes from the background that, like I said, he's proven himself, but like you said, he's been out for a little bit. But, I feel like the superstars that have come from the era that DDP, Hollywood, Hulk Hogan, The Rock, I feel they've paid their dues. They don't need to prove themselves, but I feel like in Sting's eyes, in my opinion, this is my opinion, in Sting's eyes, the fact that Cole has the world title means nothing. It just means you're there to hold it until the next guy comes and takes it.
Makes sense. Like he is in his eyes like not a paperweight, a placeholder.
Yep. Yes. He just comes in with business, though. Look at him.
Definitely one of the most intimidating presence that we've ever seen in the four-sided circle, the squared circle.
I mean, the icon Sting. I mean, there's no man like him out there, though.
Indeed, but there's not many men like Adam Cole, baby.
Baby.
Boom.
But also, I feel if Adam Cole wins and fully retires Sting, this only boosts up the morale of the Undisputed Era. If a man like Cole can one-up the icon that is Sting, I mean, that just proves that what they've been saying for these many years is true, that the Undisputed Era is very unstoppable. They can't be stopped. The way they wrestle means they're doing something right. If Cole can beat Sting, that means what they practice day in and day out, and how they work out is working out, and they don't need to change up a damn thing. And that means that they can run circles around the WCW.
Well, exactly. I mean, I think their goal here is to be more or less a very exclusive and limited NWO of the new ECW. But of course, we're not going to pick on that name. We're going to stick with the Undisputed Era because so far that's what they have been.
Yeah, and it's working.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
No, brother.
Weighing in at 259 pounds,
Sting.
He's jacked, man. 259 pounds.
From Panama City, Florida, weighing in at 210.
Say his name right.
210. Baby.
Yes. I'm pumped for this. Like, I don't know what to expect from this.
Me neither. It's good to see Goldie.
Yes. But I'm not gonna lie, I would love to see the big gold around the waist of Sting.
Don't get me wrong, I would love to see the belt around him as well. However, Adam Cole is the staple of the company. He was one of the first, if not the first pick. I think he might have been the first pick. I'd have to go back and watch the video, but he was definitely in the first couple picks for Superstar. No, yeah, I think he wasn't the first. I think Edge I picked first. But he was second male, I think.
Yeah, he was top 5.
Definitely top 5, but I think he might have been number 2. And the only reason why I picked Edge first was because I'm a big Edge head. I'm Canadian. I had to pick a Canadian. I almost went with Chris Jericho, but I wanted to leave him with the AEW boys for now and see if maybe we could do some cross-promotional stuff with AEW down the road and not necessarily sign some, but have some of their superstars on pay-per-view with us or something. But we'll wait and see. You never know. Anything can happen. Some trades can happen. We might bring in some AEW and let them have some of our WCW boys.
Yep.
So far, a pretty even-keeled match. I mean, they've been given as good as they've been getting.
Whoop. There you go.
Huge
Nice.
Swinging neck breaker.
Attacking the neck of the Icon Sting is what you need to. I mean,
a big DDT.
I mean, Sting's not young. He's not young anymore, so you got to attack the body as much as you can, and I feel like the wear and tear is going to start showing.
Well, it depends, man, because, like, we're not talking about just the Sting, but we're talking about the Crow Sting. You know, he might have some special powers. He might have, like, some scorpion venom juice. He might have something that's that makes him just a little bit supernatural.
Yep. Ooh, with pin one? Nope.
Not enough to keep a good Sting down.
Nope. I'm hoping we see the bat in play whenever the ref ain't looking.
That would be awesome for DDP to roll that up in there.
What?
Or DDP could distract the ref with some of his yoga.
Ooh, that'd be nice. No downward
DDT.
dog, though. We don't want downward dog.
No.
There you go. Toss him in the corner.
Oh, big elbows to the face and neck of Adam Cole. Oh, Adam Cole going for a sneaky roll-up.
With a roll-up, 1, 2. Oh.
Sting having enough wherewithal to kick out.
Oh, my Lord.
Not letting a kick to the gut, going for a huge... Oh, it looked like a suplex, but ended up being a drop onto the head. Oh, Adam Cole going for a finishing maneuver. Is it enough? No, and Sting kicks out.
No. Oh, my God. I mean, I feel like Sting has more to lose in this. I feel like I mean, if Sting were to lose on this, then this means that Sting retires permanently. Like, he cannot return except for like a guest appearance. He can't go for a title. He can't go for a title
or be signed as a full-time superstar or anything like that.
Because that was the deal with every single legend in both of our brands, that you can only do one title run, but you gotta let us know. And it seems like Sting wanted to be the first one in the WCW.
Well, it just made sense. I mean, one of the most decorated superstars of WCW history. I mean, we didn't want to see Hollywood Hulk Hogan come and running ruckshot in here, did we? Although you never know. Depending on how ratings go, maybe we'll pull that card.
But I swear to God, we're not going to do a lay down. We're not going to let Hulk just come up in here and win it. No one's going to lay down for him. He's got to earn it.
Like I said, Nash is not here at the same time as Hogan. That's all there is to it.
Whoop!
Oh, big drop. Tossing Adam Cole. Adam Cole getting put into the Scorpion Deathlock.
Oh no!
Adam Cole, just a short crawl to the ropes. Adam, you can do it. Adam,
you can
crawl to the ropes, and he taps out to the Scorpion Deathlock. And your winner is Sting. He is now the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, and will be facing CM Punk at the pay-per-view for the title.
My God, that's gonna be a match. Oh my God.
Another fantastic showing here. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching this historic event. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow on ECW and tuning in as well in 2 weeks for Midsummer Mayhem. I'm the JamSaw saying thank you. I'll pass it off to Brock to say goodnight on his own.
All right, we just want to thank we have been doing this for about 3 months now. We appreciate you guys who watch us, who follow both of our brands, who watch every single week. Sting, we're proud of you. We're glad that you won it, but I'm hyped to see CM Punk versus Sting.
Me too, man. It's going to be a very fantastic main event, or at least the WCW's main event of that show. So again, thank you everybody for watching. We hope you stay safe in these crazy, crazy times. Like, follow, subscribe both of our channels. I mean, if there's anything, if you like what we're doing, let us know. If you don't like what we're doing, let us know what we can do to improve. Always just want to hear out from anybody that might be tuning in.